Now y'all know what happens when I get in this forest and I come to the treehouse. Y'all know we gotta talk. We need to have a conversation.
So let's get into it. However you wanna do it, keep it cute or ruthless. I got steppers that got bazookas. Shoot 'em up, spit 'em out, and I stepped on 'em. They say two on 'em, make 'em right, but one left gon' get 'em gone.
Have a reach to get your mind right. TV, where we talk about everything that's happening under the sun, everything on God's green earth. Yes, we are. So, honey, listen, this is what we need to talk about here today. I'm gonna touch on a few subjects here, but I was looking at something, right, and it said, not everybody is worthy of your wisdom. Now, I told somebody that, but I said it in a different way. I was telling this girl I was friends with that I was not going to tell her something. So I said, I am not giving my pearls to swine. Baby, that lady got offended. She had never heard of that before. And just so happened she was a heavy-set, plus-size cutie. A little Caucasian chick I was friends with. Baby, she said, did you just call me a pig? Y'all, I was laughing so hard because that never crossed my mind. When I said it, I was strictly talking about what we was talking about. Like, I was like, I am not finna keep giving my pearls to swine. I was not thinking about how that was going to come across with the person that I was talking to. So after I had to tell her, like, sweetie, that is biblical. What that means is not everybody is worthy of your wisdom. And here's why. Sometimes you need to know what's their intentions for knowing. That's a pretty good question, ain't it? Because sometimes people want to know so they can know what to use to destroy you with it. That's why you don't always give all your wisdom away. You don't know what them people want to do with that. Some things need to be kept sacred. Now, I ain't saying a secret, but sometimes you don't want to read everybody. Just like you don't want everybody praying for you. I'm showing y'all something. I just want y'all paying attention. Anything that you do is all about intentions. If you ain't sure of what a person's intentions is for wanting to know some information strictly about you or things that you do, you better question why they want to know. What's their intentions? Because sometimes they really do want to destroy you with the information that you know. And they know it worked because you told it to them. So sometimes that's the reason you don't want to give everybody your wisdom and say everything you know. It's not being deceitful all the time. Sometimes they being deceitful. So you have to just be quiet sometimes. Zip your lips and pay attention. See, I pay attention to certain things. Let me tell y'all some things I pay attention to. I pay attention to subjects that people choose to talk about when I come around. People that you can look at and tell that they don't necessarily talk about stuff like that all the time. It's almost like they throwing out a line and hoping that they catch a fish on the line. And you gonna fall for the okie doke and just spill all the beans and say everything you know. So you gotta pay attention to that. Watch what people talk about when you come around. Watch what they say. Watch the things that they ask you. You gotta remember, they just might want to know for not so good reasons. We got to stop thinking everybody's intentions is good. And one thing y'all really got to stop doing is just because somebody got some money, you think that they're a moral person. Now listen, I hope time has proven to y'all that the more money they have, the more chances that they corrupt. If y'all ain't seeing that by now, I don't know what y'all seeing. Okay? So anyways, back to what I was saying. Stop prejudging people either way it goes. Stop judging people that got money and stop judging people that don't. Get to know them folks for who they are. Which brings me to the next topic. For us mature women, I can talk about this because I know about this. Don't start to be desperate as you age and you still single. I know, y'all. I know. I'm going to say it again. Don't become desperate when you get older. Desperation put you in that gray area I've been telling y'all about. And we all know what goes on in the gray area. You get invited to the FOs in the gray area. So listen, when you start to get older, right? Sometimes if you still by yourself, you'll start lowering your standards. You'll start going for people that you never would have talked to them folks had you not been getting older. Don't fall in that slump, you see, because that's dangerous. And sometimes people prey on that. They feel like, oh, you're an older person, like, oh, she desperate, she'll fall for anything, she'll take anything. They think you're a cougar, that you finna be somebody's sugar mama. So you gotta hold your boundaries throughout your lifetime. You understand that? Now, certain things you gotta be aware of that's just gonna happen. Like when you start to age, most men, they gonna start to lose their hair. That's just a fact, okay? So if you're looking at him with a head full of hair at 23, he might be bald as a baby's bottom at 42. Now you gotta expect that, because some things just gonna happen with age. I'm talking about the character of a person. The character of a man, the integrity of a man, how that man make you feel. That should be across the board, any age, the same. You understand that? So if you was 21 and you ain't let no man put his hands on you, don't you start that at 43. Don't start that. Thinking that, well, a piece of man is better than none at all. That's lies. Let me tell you something. When you get with the wrong person, it will destroy you mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Stop thinking that just because you with somebody, that means something. Sometimes that could be the worst thing you ever done in your whole entire life, and you regret that. So if you never was attracted to no heavyset man, don't start getting no heavyset man at 43, because you ain't going to even look at that man the same. You're going to look at him like he's a substitute for what you really would want. You know what I'm saying? Do that make sense to y'all? Don't just go too far out your boundaries. Now, sometimes you might look at the fact of you wasn't attracted to the best character in a person, okay? Maybe you was superficial and you just look for looks. So now you older, you like, you know what? I need to do better. That might not be the highest priority. Do that make sense? I'm not saying you just change everything that you know what I'm saying? Like you like classy women, now you with a hood chick. I ain't saying that extreme. But what I'm saying is when you get older, sometimes you will go to them extremes. Just to say you got somebody laying up in the bed with you at night. Don't fall for that okie doke. Don't do it. Because the minute that you fall for that, that might be the minute that God was going to drop your king right on the side of you and you done settle for this foolishness. This is just you done fell for this jester. That almost made me spit out everywhere. That's all I'm saying to y'all. Don't get older and start getting discouraged, because God hear your prayers. He know what you want. The minute you settle, you done screwed yourself, baby. You better ask me. I done settled a whole lot of times and ended up with a whole lot of nothing, okay? A whole lot of nothing to show for all the times that I settled. And all the craziness I gave my energy to. So when I get on here and tell y'all stuff, I'm telling you that because I love y'all for real. I don't want nobody to experience some of the things that I done been through in my lifetime. So if I could share a word, some wisdom with you to be like, look, you might not need to do this. This don't look too good. This ain't going to work out too good for you. Then you should just accept that when somebody giving you something with love. The difference is some of y'all ain't never experienced love. So you get offended when somebody tell you something with love because you don't know that's what it was. And hit that subscribe button. Peace.